Happy Live Mix Wednesday. Sorry, you guys. I know you got a notification that I didn't show up, but it's because I got all in here. I got the camera all set up, and then I got real dang thirsty, and I had to run and go get my drink. I thought I was going to die. Hi, guys. All right, so today's Gingerbread Live Mix Day. So we're going to be doing a really cute gingerbread technique, gingerbread tumbler. We're going to be working with a black-based tumbler. So it's a tumbler I spray painted black earlier. And we're going to be using the, I believe it's Serendipity interference mica. And then we're going to be using Live Mix on the tumbler. So we're going to be making this really cool alcohol inky, swirly, gingerbread colored gingerbread tumbler. So if you've been on the website, you've seen kind of the theme of the day is gingerbready, very ginger, like Christmas gingerbready. Okay, because we've got 3 new molds, and then we have a new instant transfer today, and we have the freebie. So the freebie is a water slide printout of the Gingerbread Baking Company. So if you buy 5 of today's live mix, you can add that to your shopping cart free. If you don't add 5 of today's live mixes to your shopping cart, and you add one of the freebie ones, you won't get the freebie one. It will not ship to you. You guys would be shocked how many times each week we have somebody in customer service saying, "You didn't send me my free one," and then we have to screenshot the listing and say it's literally titled "Buy 5, get this free" or something like that. Like, you didn't order 5 live mixes, you got to order 5 live mixes. We've had people order 1 live mix and add 2 freebies. Guys, it's written in the description, it's written in the title. You got to buy 5 of today's live mix to get the freebie. Now, we know that not everybody's going to do that. It's fine. So the live mix, the water slide is available for purchase. The instant transfer is available for purchase if you don't want to buy 5 today's live mixes. Hi, everybody. I'm feeling much better today. The reason we started doing the freebie is because a ton of you were already buying 5. And that's our way of didn't change our sales or anything. It's our way of giving you a gift for buying 5 and being amazing and being so supportive of our business. So, but if you don't buy 5 of today's live mix, so if you can't add 5 other live mixes, it's this specific live mix. You got to order 5 of today's gingerbread colored live mix, and then you can add that free water slide for free. Now, here are the, I thought this was open already. Oh, it is. I'm just looking at the wrong side. Hi, guys. All right, here are the live mix. This is the molds for today. This one is $6.50. It's a big old gingerbread. It makes like a wall hanging. It would be an ornament, but it's going to be a big ornament, but it can be an ornament if you have a really big tree. And this in the middle is meant for you to put a clear spot, right? And then put your color. You can put a photo in here. This is meant to hold a photo, okay? So it's a little spot on his tum-tum to add a picture, a family photo or an animal, a photo of your animal or your whole family photo for Christmas, and then add the year. You probably could find a mirror. I don't know. That's a little small for the Dollar Tree mirror. There's a circle Dollar Tree mirror. I feel like it's a little small for it, but you might be able to even find a mirror and make a little wall mirror for kids' room. But this is the first one. It's a little gingerbread guy. He's $6.50. Okay. Then we have a gingerbread keychain. We kept this one simple. I just went with the basic gingerbread theme. You can take a water slide and put a water slide over the top of it and add all your features, or color on it with a acrylic marker, or make a bunch of these as blanks and give them to your grandkids or kiddos with some acrylic markers and have them decorate and color them themselves, and maybe make these teacher gifts as like have your kids color them and decorate them with their acrylic markers and then seal it in with epoxy, do a flood coat over the top when they're done, or UV resin, and then make a little ornament for like their teachers or something. So it's a little handmade little gift. Okay, that one is $2.75. And then there is the Christmas bauble. How cute is this one? This is a little Christmas ornament, and $2.75. This, because you could do the same exact thing. You can make little keychains or little tassels or little things to hang off, like things to hang in your car, like windows and stuff, or little Christmas ornaments, or like I said, the little mini Christmas trees. These would be cute little ornaments, or like I said, cute little things for your kids or for your office crew. And you can even put, like, if you work in an office, and put in the back, office friends since 2023 or Christmas 2023. I don't know, fun little things. Okay. And then here is the instant transfer. It says Gingerbread Baking Co. Fresh Baked Cookies Daily. Okay, so this is the instant transfer. I mean, this is a little big, but it would fit on there right in the middle. Okay, it doesn't fit in that circle, but it fits inside the space. So this is the instant transfer for today. Again, these are limited. These are limited in number because it is a holiday one. So once it sells out, it's good. It's gone for good because it is a holiday one. We don't restock any of the holiday instant transfers, but it is available as a sublimation print and a water slide as well. The freebie today is this print in a water slide. Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, I did sleep last night. I told Ivan whatever happened last night, we're duplicating that. So I didn't take my prenatal or my iron pill. And I take like 4 prenatals because I'm old and pregnant. When you're old, they make you take a lot more things. And my iron pill. And I was like, I'm not taking those tonight. And I ate a ton of garlic because I made myself some pasta at like 9 o'clock at night. And I just put grated raw garlic, and I put 3 cloves because I like garlic. But I kind of over garliced it. So I was like, I almost feel like I need to eat garlic every night because I actually slept, for me, well, terrible night's sleep still. But for me, it was like golden because it was like a 5-hour window. And then you give, oh, that's a good idea. And you give your customers a choice of the colored ribbon. That's a good idea. So they can pick which color they want on there. All right. So if you've never joined us for a live mix, we're in the warehouse right now. You're going to see the goings on of the warehouse. They're packing orders and prepping stuff for different things that we got going on here. I come live and I mix a glitter with you guys. So we do this every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. It's already up on the website. It's at iwantglitter.com. Our website is right there. Boop, boop, boop. iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals and you're going to see the live mix. So if you didn't know what I was just talking about of all this, this whole live is based around that live mix. Today is gingerbread themed. I'm going to shoot for kind of a gingerbread color. It's going to be a mix of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors. It is going to be a fine glitter. Okay, this is a fine. We did a super heavy chunky last week that sold out stupid fast. This one is going to be a fine glitter. We're going to use it in molds today. We got a mold. We've got a 3D element that we're going to work on, and we're going to do a tumbler. I get so out of breath so easy. So this is going to be a fine glitter. Okay. Now this is kind of meant to be like a very robust, brownish, goldish, coppery, cinnamony gingerbread color. Okay. That's what we're shooting for. So that's why we're adding all the 6 different colors to make one color that's going to be super unique, unreplicatable. I don't write down the formulas, and that's why when I say they sell out is because we mix it here on this live. It's up on the website right now, and when it sells out, it's gone for good. We don't remix live mixes. They are just a fun weekly thing that we do here. Hey, does anybody know what live mix this is? That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's 113. So this is live mix number 113. Like I said, you can find some of our older live mixes still available, but 112 is sold out. It went fast. All right. So while you're in there, we have the 3 new molds that I showed you guys. We have the instant transfer available. We have it available in sublimation and water slide. And then we have the free water slide today if you ordered 5 of today's live mixes. All right. So this is going to be at iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. You're going to find it right there. All right. Let's do this. Let's do it. Now, because this one is an all fine mix, if you guys have ever joined us, I always put the chunky ones in first. It's easier to stir them up that way. But today is all fine. Sorry, I'm going to take off my watch. It's going to get full of stuff. We'll put it in my pocket. I get glitter all up around my watch. It's going to go great with the candy corn rhinestone mix. It'll also go any good with this pumpkin spice. Holiday ones, I know the fall ones is going to look beautiful. So our goal is today we're going to take this glitter. We're going to take a scoop of it when we're finished mixing it. We're going to go into the studio and we're going to do some projects with it so you guys can see it in action. Like I said, this is going to be a very unique color. This is going to be a color you're never going to find anywhere else because we're mixing it here with you guys. I did kind of formulate what I want to do. I have an idea of the direction I want to go with it, but we'll see as we go. I might add a little extra of this, a little extra of that because we're kind of making it live. So when you go on the website, what you're going to see is you're going to see live mix 113 and you're going to see a whole bunch of little piles of glitter. Those are the 6 colors that we're blending together to make today's live mix. We don't have a finished product, so we didn't have a finished product to take a photo of to post because we haven't mixed it yet. We're mixing it right now. So when you go to see it, you're going to see the elements that we're going to mix together as the photo. But what you're going to get is what we've got in this bucket. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to point you guys down into the business. Okay. Now, I'm going to start with my absolute darkest color first. Okay. So we're going to start with our dark brown. This is going to be like a dark chocolate. Not even a milk chocolate. This is going to be a dark chocolate. Okay, we're going to start with a couple of kilos of that because I want it to be the heaviest of the slightly darker colors. Now this one's going to be more of like a chocolate. You're going to see the two differences as I put them next to each other. See how much softer this color is? Well, it kind of blew over there, so it's hard to see, but okay. So those are our brown bases. Okay, so we've got our, there we go. That's probably a little easier to see it now. So we've got our dark chocolate and we've got our milk chocolate. This is going to be our base for the undertone. But then I want to add a little bit of like cinnamon to it. So we're going to go in and we're going to add a little bit of warm, kind of like a warm gold, like a very kind of a reddish gold, I would say. And then I want to add the sparkle spice of the ginger. So we're going to add, this one is a very honey gold. Okay. And then just to add that undertone of like a sugar cookie, we're going to go in with some light champagne gold. Okay. So we've got all these colors in here. Ooh. Just a little, let's do a little pinch of this guy. This is going to be a little bit more of a silvery gold. Okay. All right. You guys are really up high, so let's see if I can get you angled in here a little closer. All right, so now we've got all those layers down in there, and we're gonna start. We're gonna give it a swirl. And again, the goal we're shooting for here is like a ginger snap color to mix all those tones in to get one beautiful tone. Fines are always harder to mix up, so it takes a little extra shuffling there with the colors. Oh yeah. So the pretty part about this is you're going to have a lot of different types of sparkle in here because you have the different tones of color. So you're going to have the really bright flashes off those lighter colors. And then you're going to have the deeper flashes off of that darker brown that's in there. Hold on, because this is so fine, I've got a tip. And again, this is going to be a fine glitter. We're not adding any chunky to this boy. This is live mix number 113. So if you're just joining us, sorry if I bumped the camera. If you're just joining us, this is live mix 113. This is going to be our ginger snap color. Now I like it. I'm going to add a little bit more of the cinnamon to it. Just a little pinch more. I should say ginger, I guess, not cinnamon. That undertone of ginger color, but warmth in there. All right, that looks good. So I'm actually I like this mix, so I'm gonna kind of just beef it up. And we're gonna add a little bit of each color because I like where we're going here. This is kind of a science experiment. Top it all off and finish it off with that ginger color that I added extra. So this ginger color is going to Add the same portion, but then a little bit extra. All right, here we go. Can you tell I was a little nervous of this one? I didn't dive in heavy to start. I was like, okay, we got a good mixture. Let's double it now. I was a little hesitant. Coming into this. Oh, this is going to be really pretty in our molds. This is going to be absolutely perfect in this, just this simple, oh man. This is going to be perfect. Oh, that'll perfect in this simple little gingerbread. That's actually a good way to show off the glitter in this little gingerbread mold. That's like that is a perfect ginger snap. All right. There we go. Okay, this one I feel like it needs to go a little hint darker. Just a hint darker. Push a little bit more of this chocolate in there. That was not the darkest chocolate. This is the milk chocolate. Okay, this is a custom blend. If you've never joined us before, this is Wednesday Live Mix Day. Every Wednesday I come live and we do a custom mix here in the warehouse. This custom live mix is up on the website. This is live mix number 112. It is kind of meant to be your gingerbread color for the season. This would also work for any of your fall tumblers, even your New Year's tumblers. This with a super dark blue would be a really pretty New Year's Eve tumbler. Okay. Now, if you've never joined us before, on Wednesdays, this glitter is up on our website already. It's live mix number 113. It's on iGlitter.com. I'm going to click on today's. Those are going to see right at the top. There's also some new stuff that launched today. There's 3 new molds. There's a gingerbread, kind of like family photo mold gingerbread. There is a cute little crisp. Here, I'll show you guys. Family photo mold gingerbread. There is a Christmas ornament, cute little bauble. And then there is a very simple little gingerbread shape. I pressed them into this glitter. Okay. I'm getting glitter everywhere. So those are up on the website as well as today's new instant transfer. These instant transfers are peel stick. You just peel and stick them, rub them down, and peel the transfer sheet away. It's a permanent bond. You do not have to epoxy over these decals. They are permanent bond, like super permanent bond. The only thing is you got to treat them just like you would a glitter tumbler, epoxy tumbler. You don't want to soak them in hot water. You don't want to put them in the dishwasher. But they are permanent bond. He just kind of jumped in. He kind of kamikazed his way in there. You're right, Mary. So this instant transfer is up on the website. It is in limited stock. When it sells out, it's gone as well, just like today's live mix, because it is a holiday decal. So when he's gone, he's gone. We also have him available in sublimation and water slide. Those are kind of unlimited, but the instant transfer is limited. And when he sells out, he's gone. Then we also have a water slide that if you buy 5 of this live mix today, because some of y'all will have a plan for this, and you buy 5 and you're like, I'm going to be making a whole set of Christmas tumblers for my whole family, and we want a family themed tumbler or whatever. When you buy 5, you can add there's a water slide with this image available for free. You'll see that listing under today's deals next to this glitter. All right, so let's take these guys in. So I'm trying to arrange these so I don't end up with glitter inside of the mold. So if you've never joined us, you're new. We are St. Augustine. Welcome. Yes, so every Wednesday we come live. We're in the warehouse right now, and I mix a brand new glitter and a custom color, custom everything. It goes up on the website. It's live mix number 113. This batch is it. We will not mix this color again. So when this sells out, it is gone for good. We've done this 113 weeks now. Isn't that crazy? So now what we do is I take a portion of this and we're going to tootle on over to my studio and we are going to go actually do some projects. You're watching from South Africa. Hello. So we're going to tootle over to the studio and we're going to do some projects. I have a tumbler lined up and a couple molds, and we've got a 3D little thing I'm going to glitter over there as well. So that way you guys can see this glitter in action. This is always a little tricky because I got a lot to carry. So give me a minute. All right, so we're going to cruise through the warehouse real quick. That's where I do my film, the live mix, and we're going to just go out into the absolute blazing heat of Texas. Also, for everybody who knew, there's our glitter wall. It's my favorite part in the whole warehouse. It's the prettiest part in the whole warehouse. Okay, now we're going to go across over to the studio. Holy nightmare. It's at least 100 degrees today. Sorry, I'm moving slow, guys. I'm pregnant. So we move slow. No running. High risk pregnancy here. We walk. Even though I would love to be out of this heat as fast as possible. Bear with me. We're going. All right, so all right, here we go. Okay, sanctuary. All right, here we go, walking through. If you've never joined us on a Wednesday, this is our normal routine. Usually I walk a little faster, but the bigger I get, the harder it is to walk fast. Okay. Hello, everybody. Let's get you set up. All right. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do with this. So if you're just jumping in, thanks for your patience for my little journey there. We have a couple things we're going to line up to do. We are going to be using this glitter in action so you guys can see it. When am I due? March. I'm due in March. But this baby popped out so much faster than even my triplets did. When I looked, I was this size is probably how I was at like 25 weeks pregnant with the girls. And I'm like, what am I, 16 weeks? I can't even keep track. This is only one. But we are going to be doing a tumbler. So we're going to do a tumbler. We're going to work on this skull. We're going to glitter the skull. And then we're going to do, I actually think I'm just going to pour some of these molds with maybe some of the extra glitter that we end up with. Okay. If you joined us today, welcome. Today's live mix is mix number 113. It's a ginger snap kind of rich color of like a cinnamon sugar cookie. Thank you. It's kind of like a cinnamon sugar cookie kind of idea color. Again, it's a very unique color. You're only going to be able to get it until this one sells out. So this one, once it sells, 113, and when it's gone, it's gone. Usually I can see where we're at as far as how many we've got left. All right, yeah, we're down to 140 bags of this left, which is about average. We normally, like last week when we sold out. So we've got a tumbler. We've got a tumbler prepped for today. We based it in black. Don't have to base it in black. I contemplated going like a dark brown, but I really want you guys on camera to see the kind of cool vibe that we're going for. So I did a black base, so it's a little easier to see. And then we're gonna use the Rainbows and Fairies mini mica palette. And I chose Serendipity out of it because it's the one that kind of goes gold. I've also got Ginger Alcohol Ink, and I've selected Dimitri and Rocket to go along with today's live mix. I feel like these three together are like a really pretty good like gingerbread blend. Okay, and then you have this new instant transfer that launched today. This is our newbie. It says Gingerbread Baking Company, fresh baked cookies daily. Ooh, I didn't look to see how sold out we are on that one. There's only 57 of these decals and instant transfer left. But then we also have it available in water slide and sublimation print. Oh, Susan, did you get your freebie? And then for yesterday's Pinup Girls, the instant transfers, the 4 set of the Pinup Girls from yesterday, there's only 30 of those sets left. You guys are all talking about the... Now I'm going to go look. You said a Pinup Girl has too many fingers? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only count 5. The one in the dress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That one you can't even see all her fingers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only see 5 on each finger. 5 fingers and a thumb. What I see is 4 fingers and a really long thumb. She's Halloween. She's a witch. She's got an extra one. The one with the pumpkins. Yeah. I mean, I see it, but there's only 5 if you actually count. 1, 2, 3. If you count fingertips, she has 4 fingers and a really long thumb. But she's, you know, a witchy, spooky voodoo girl. Not everyone can be as perfect as you, Margaret. Not everyone can have nice short thumbs. I'm just kidding. Anywho. Okay, so if you've never joined us for a live mix, yes, we go astray every once in a while. It's an inclusive decal. We embrace every body oddity. We love everyone and all their things. All right, so that being said, I do want to jump in because we got a big day planned today. So let me get going. I didn't get a craft with you yesterday, so I want to craft with you guys today. I can't spend all my time yapping. I got to get to crafting. Okay, so what we do is I mix the live mix, which we ended up with this beautiful color. If you missed it, look how shiny it is. Look at this is what it's going to be like burnished onto your cup, like super duper shiny. And you got that awesome sparkle on it. It's a real pretty like ginger snap color. That's what we were going for. Why did I just order ginger snaps to my grocery delivery? Oh, girl, sounds like me. I love ginger snaps, by the way. Love ginger cookies. I also like just big, soft, doughy gingerbread cookies. So good. All right. So what we do is we take this live mix and then we use it in projects. Now, every project that we have today is going to be epoxy based except for one. So we're actually going to start with the one that's not epoxy based so I don't have to wear my mask the whole time. Okay. So here we go. So first, this is just a little ornament that came from Dollar Tree in the ornament section, and it was gold, and I spray painted it black. Okay, we are going to actually turn this into a geode, but what I want to do today is I want to paint his antlers, and I want to dip his antlers in. We're going to do them in today's live mix color. Okay, so we're going to use a little tacket. I always separate my tacket out, separate it instead of dipping my tools down into it or anything, because I don't want to contaminate my whole jar of tacket. Okay. All right, so then we're going to take that little bit of tacket. So if you never use tacket, it's a product that stays sticky. It's called Eileen's Tacket Over and Over. We just commonly call it tacket. And it's kind of like Mod Podge, except for Mod Podge dries and stops being sticky. And tacket dries and stays a sticky surface. Okay. So it's dried, but it's very sticky. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that his little antlers, not antlers, his horns, are coated in tacket on each side. It dries quite quick, but it doesn't matter. Like with Mod Podge, that's the thing with Mod Podge is you got to be so fast working with it because it does dry quick if you put a thin coat on. and then you're kind of up a creek when it dries if you haven't got your glitter or what you're working with on it. So Tack It is definitely a beginner-friendly product to work with, but also just even us that are kind of been in the industry or crafting world forever, we like Tack It just because it's very just easy to work with. It gives us plenty of time to like finish what we're working on. All right, I forgot to grab some water in my cup, so give me just a second. Sorry, I tend to not clean my paintbrushes in time and ruin my paintbrushes, so do that really quick. Get that one rinsed out. All right, now this is going to be pretty simple. This is not a mind-altering, crazy project today. This was just getting him started. Okay, so then we're just going to sprinkle this on to get his antlers covered in today's live mix. Okay, tap. Then we're going to use a little brush to just brush off glitter where it doesn't need to be. Okay. So this is today's live mix. Okay, let's see. There we go. You can see the sparkle a little better. Focuses a little better. Okay. Love it. I think this is going to be perfect for what I want to do. So I'm actually going to have this guy have like a rock geode going down his little face. And I'm going to do it with my natural stones, like this color, kind of my earth tone stones. So you can see, like, glitter isn't just for tumblers. It can be used for all sorts of things. Now, what I will do with this is I'm going to let this dry as much as it's going to dry. And then I'm actually going to spray seal it with clear glossy spray paint, because I don't need to seal this in with epoxy, because this isn't going to be like drank out of or eaten off of or really mess with too much. So it can really just have regular spray paint seal it in as opposed to expensive epoxy. So this guy will pretty much just dry, and then he will get a coat of clear glossy spray paint, and then we will rhinestone him or put stones on him. I haven't decided. Okay, so we'll put him off to the side. So that's our first one. That was our easy one. That was a no epoxy required one. Okay, next up, let's do the tumbler, because this is going to be the fun, exciting one. All right, so I've got my mask ready. Let me get some gloves. Sorry, I've got a lot of projects around me. So if you're just jumping in, today is live mix day. Hi, hello everybody. I know, rhinestone. I do have some rhinestones for there. All right, let me just give you an update of where we are at. There's down to 34 instant transfers for the gingerbread. Now, where did I put it? The gingerbread instant transfer. There's only 34 of this guy left. There's 29 sets of the vintage pinup girls. There's only 15 of the Christmas tree shaker molds. There's only 7 of the snowflake tree ornaments. For today, we are down to 21 of the basic gingerbread shape. There's 21 left of this guy. There's 21 left of this guy too. That's funny. There's 21 left of the, what are we calling him? The gingerbread man frame ornament mold. There's 21 left of this, and there's 21 left of this, and there's 23 left of the Christmas bauble, the Christmas ornament tree bauble. Okay, so those are getting low in stock. Just giving everyone's a heads up. Wednesday's a big shopping day. Y'all go a little nutty. I know that a lot of you were waiting, like fingers crossed, that some of the other items from the beginning of the week were going to be still available today, and I believe you guys are in luck. So you're good to go. Oh, there's 15 of the cherry earring molds from yesterday left. There's 13 of the Bright Christmas half pearl and rhinestone mix. There's 64 of the Honeybee Collection sprinkles left. I'm telling you the numbers that are low on things that are popular. There's 27 of the Hanukkah Collection rhinestone mix, which is Hanukkah colors, which are the blue, silver, whites. Hi guys. Okay, so everything's on the website, Peggy. If you go to iwantglitter.com, I'm not sure which one you're specifically asking me how much it is, but if you go to iwantglitter.com and you click on today's deals, you're going to see all the things I'm mentioning and all the prices there. Okay, click on today's deals, you're going to see the live mix, all these molds, all the instant transfers, all the things. All right, so I'm just giving you a heads up kind of where we're at with things. Okay, you guys are so fast. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my silicone mat. You're welcome, Peggy. Yeah, the website is iwantglitter.com. And then click on today's deals. You're going to see everything I'm talking about there. There's so much new stuff. All right, so when we work with epoxy, you want to wear nitrile gloves, not just vinyl gloves, not latex gloves. You want to wear nitrile gloves. Nitrile gloves are the only ones that actually block the vapors. All of them will block the goop, but not all of them will block the vapor. So if you are allergic to epoxy, vinyl gloves, you will still, with vinyl gloves or latex gloves or any other glove, you will still have an allergic reaction to it through the gloves because the vapors can still penetrate through those gloves. It cannot penetrate through these nitrile gloves. So you wear nitrile gloves and you want to wear a very well-rated chemical respirator, not a dust respirator, not a painting respirator. You want to actually get a chemical respirator. I will say if it doesn't have these knobs, it's definitely not a dust respirator. Definitely not a chemical respirator. There are some painting respirators that look like this, but they're not rated for chemicals. They're only rated for like the paint vapors, like the painting, like dust, the overspray of paint. So you want to get a chemical rated one, okay? So that is what we're going to put on. And we're going to jump right into the tumbler. If you need a really good, comfortable mask, if you like, oh, I hate these masks, they're so uncomfortable on my face, I recommend getting this brand. I've used lots and lots of masks. DRAGER. This silicone part is very soft. I've broken my nose 3 times in extreme sports and just doing dumb stuff. And so I have a very sensitive nose, and I don't like the clunkiness of most masks. This mask sits really soft on the face. There we go. Sorry. I make sure my seal is really good. Yeah, it seals very, very well. You can feel the seal on your body, on your face. And it sits real comfortably on your nose bridge and on your face. And it's very easy to breathe in and out of it. All right, so here we go. So we've got our tumbler prepped. It is base painted in black. You don't have to do black as a base. This is going to be a personal preference for what you want to achieve. I'm just going to show you guys something fun, and then you can kind of do with that what you will. Oh, where's my epoxy? Right here. All right, you want to make sure you have your baby wipes on hand for cleaning up your epoxy mess. I'm going to be using white alcohol ink. I'm going to be using ginger alcohol ink. I'm going to be using Serendipity. This is like the mini from our mini palette. This is the Fairies and Rainbows mica palette. I chose Serendipity because it has a gold hue to it. Then we have Rocket and Dimitri are the 2 glitters that we're going to have that's going to complement our live mix today. Rocket and Dimitri. And then we have live mix number 113. So this is live mix number 113. I show you this. This is what it will look like kind of burnished on a cup. And this is the glitter itself. So it's meant to kind of be a gingerbread color. I'm going to do this beautiful swirl technique with the interference mica on this tumbler with the intent of having this really fun gingerbread decal to put on this cup once we get it done, okay? This tumbler is meant to be a low maintenance tumbler. We're going to do our base cut with our base swirl with the glitter. Then we'll put a second coat of epoxy on it, and then we'll put our decal on, and it should be done, okay? So it should be real easy. We're going to start by mixing epoxy. So I'm going to mix a couple of different epoxies. It is warm in this room. We're probably running about 80 degrees in here, so it's a little warm. So I don't want to mix a big batch. So I don't want to risk a flash cure in this room because it's warm. I do have my air conditioner running, but we didn't turn it down till about 10 minutes before my live. So it hasn't been able to really pick up. It's very hot here in Texas today. So I'm going to mix about, let's say 15 grams here. Oh, we're going to have about 17 grams. So I'm getting A and B squeezed out. I'm using my scale. All right. So I've got my part A and part B equal parts. This is about 17 grams. I mixed a little extra, so we'll have a little extra on this batch. I always mix very, very quickly on camera with you guys. I'm not going to worry about bubbles. Two reasons I'm not going to worry about bubbles. One, we're putting a lot of glitter into this mix, and so you're not going to see the micro bubbles. But two, I'm also going to torch it a little bit, so we're going to be able to get rid of most of those micro bubbles. Always scrape the sides of your container and your stir spoon multiple times all the way around the outside of the container and all along the bottom. Because if you don't stir that in, you're going to have sticky spots on your epoxy. Because inevitably, we all try to get every little last drip drop of epoxy out of there. And when you go to do that, you scrape the sides. But if you didn't scrape the sides to mix it in, then a lot of that epoxy that's on that outer edge did not get stirred properly. So you got to make sure you scrape your stir stick, scrape it back in, stir it back in, scrape the bottoms, and do it. All right, I don't need all this epoxy, so we're going to take some of it out and save it, okay? All right, now, if you've never worked with interference mica before, it's a very, very cool, product. With interference mica, when you have a black base, it's a white mica, but it has like a shimmer to it. So this one has kind of a golden shimmer to it. When you put it on a black surface or you mix it with a black product, that gold will explode and really pop, okay? Okay. So I'm going to put some of this white mica in there. I'm going to actually use quite a bit because we have a lot of tumbler surface to cover. If you want to add just a little hint of a shimmer, you can add like half a pinch. But this one I actually want a base coat on that tumbler. And so I'm going to mix a good decent amount of that mica powder into my epoxy. Okay. So see, here we go. And so we have serendipity. So you have it has like a little kind of a golden sheen to it. We sell interference micas on our website. We have a whole mica in particular is serendipity. We also have the mica fairy. We have the fairies and fairies and rainbow mica palette, which is the little mini palette. And we'll give you the rainbow colors and then all the different interference micas, little sample bottles like this one that I just used, or you can buy the full size portion. All right, now with this, we're going to go ahead and apply this like a base epoxy to our tumbler.
When I work with my epoxies, y'all, I keep my area very clean. I don't want to accidentally put my elbow down on my tool that has epoxy on it. So I wipe my tools right away. Even though they're silicone, I still clean them right away. Okay? I'm trying to angle you guys here. There we go. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and apply this. With epoxy, you're never in a rush, but see how that color changed? That's what interference mica is. So it's a white color until you put it with a black product. And in this case, it's going to be on a black-based tumbler. And that's why I went with the black. So you can get an interference with it with any dark color, but black is going to be the most aggressive in showing you the reaction of it. And so that's why I ultimately chose the black as the base, so you guys can really see what interference mica is all about. Okay, we're just going to get this on the tumbler. This is not meant to be a thick coat. This is just meant to get that base coat on there. Now, if you've never watched me or this is your first time, to avoid getting any epoxy inside your tumbler, you're going to only swoop up when you get up to this point. You can see I'm just dragging my finger from the middle and bringing that epoxy with me and going up and past. Just swooping up and past, up and past, up and past, up and past, up and past. You don't want to come back down because you have epoxy on your finger. When you come back down, that edge will scrape that epoxy off your finger and put it down inside your tumbler. It will slide down in there. All right, have a little bit left. We're going to go ahead and put it on the butt of the tumbler. To apply it onto the butt of the tumbler, I put the drip of epoxy on the edge of the tumbler, and then I push it off the side and go ahead and apply it around that butt. There's a lot of nooks and crannies to the butt of this particular tumbler, so I'm going to really focus on making sure it gets all the way in there. Okay, and there we go. Now, I'm not worried about bubbles at this point because we are going to be torching this tumbler. You may get bubbles, and if you ever have a tumbler that has a seam like this, whether it's on the top or the bottom, you may get little bubbles that show up right there. That does not mean your tumbler has broken its seal. These are caps. These are two different pieces, and there is air in between there. So sometimes you'll get little bubbles that show up there. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. If you do, don't panic. Just hit them with a little bit of torching. Clean it up. Okay, it'll be no big deal. So that is interference mica. You can see the super beautiful color that came off that white mica with that black background. Okay, now I believe this is going to be a very nice pairing with the glitter color choices that we chose for today for our ginger snap tumbler, gingerbread. Okay, I'm going to mix a little bit more epoxy for the rest of our project. Okay, so I still have this little portion here. I will ultimately be mixing that in as well. If you guys are interested, you can go to iwantglitter.com. All the things that I'm using are there. We saw the glitter. Sorry. Ooh, I need another half gram of this one. I cannot measure and talk at the same time. I always overshoot. So the live mix glitter from today is there. It's available. The instant transfers are up and available. The new molds are up and available. There's a lot of new product on the website already from this week. We had new rhinestone collections launched last week, a new rhinestone collection launch on Monday, as well as a whole instant transfer collections for the honeybee, for the the holiday hoedown, for the Hanukkah. We have a Hanukkah collection up as well. The instant transfers are very, very, very popular. You all are loving them, so we are trying to get in as many fun, unique designs as we can, as quickly as we can. Today's freebie is a free water slide, a free gingerbread water slide. And that is if you order 5 of today's live mixes, you can add that water slide for free to your cart. There's a specific listing for that one, so make sure you read all the stuff. I'm also going to be using Dimitri and Who did I choose? Rocket, Dimitri and Rocket are the two other glitters that I'm going to be using, as well as Live Mix number 113. Live Mix number 113 is the one we mixed at the very beginning of this live. It is in limited quantity, and so when it's gone, it will be gone forever. It sells out. It is a custom created color. My goal today was like a ginger snap, ginger cookie color. Okay, so now we're going to mix. We have 1, 2, 3. We need 4 small batches of this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got 4 small batches of epoxy. Okay. 1 is going to be our white alcohol ink. I buy white alcohol ink in bulk because I use so much of it. And I'm just going to use a little. Here's my little tiny pipettes. They're in my light box. Okay, I'm going to use the pipette to put my alcohol ink in there. Whenever you add alcohol ink to epoxy, you need to be in a 10-to-1 ratio or less. Otherwise, it will ruin your epoxy. You'll get major fish eyes. So if you're ever using alcohol inks on a tumbler and you are getting a lot of fish eyes, it's because you're using too much alcohol ink. Rubbing alcohol ink and epoxy actually do not mix well. That's why you spritz your cup with alcohol to get rid of bubbles, because they don't mix well. So if you use too much at some point, then you will create issues with your epoxy. Okay, so then I'm going to add Live Mix to one of these. You don't want to overdo it. If you add too much glitter to your epoxy, it will be too thick to get a good flow. So there's kind of a happy balance. Because you still want it very fluid. And I think that's going to be a really pretty combination for this tumbler. We also have our ink. Okay, so let's get this going. We're going to start with the ink. Now our goal here is to go for a gingerbread color, like a gingerbread tumbler. Okay, so I chose gingerbread, so ginger alcohol ink. So first we're going to start by dripping some ginger colored inks on the surface. I don't want a ton. This is just going to be a little backdrop. Okay. I can always go in and add a little bit more. Then I'm going to take, where did I put my stir stick? Stir stick. Oh, it's on my thing. Now I'm going to mix. I don't mix up my white alcohol ink into my epoxy until I'm ready to drizzle it. Okay, and then I'm going to take my white ink. I'm going to get it on there. Goes right in there real good. Get some off the butt. Okay, I can see that my tumbler is not level, so give me just a second. This table is not level. And we are going to put a paintbrush. There we go. All right, so we got our little drizzle on there. Okay, now we're going to warm it up just a little bit. It's warm in here, but we've got to warm it up a little bit. We want to get that flowing just a tiny bit. Not a lot. We don't want our full flow on this. You just want to loosen up this epoxy just a touch. Hi guys, so we're about to drizzle on our glitter colors. Okay, keep in mind as we're doing this, y'all, that I spray painted this tumbler this afternoon, so I'm fully expecting fish eyes. But I am okay with fish eyes. I can cope and deal with them. I'm quickly mixing my glitter into my epoxies. When you're first doing tumblers, fish eyes feel like the end of everything. Once you've been doing them for a while, you kind of learn to just kind of deal with them and the ins and outs of them, because they're always going to be there no matter what kind of a tumbler maker you are. For me, it's always because I'm spray painting last minute. Like I have an idea for the cup, and then but the live is in an hour, so I can't do the 24-hour time space. All right, so now, so you can see now that we've warmed it up, that white has kind of started giving us that flow. I didn't really warm it up because I don't want it to spin and spin and spin and get crazy. Oops. I don't want it to spin and spin and spin and get like really mushed together color-wise. So I just did a very subtle warm. And now we're going to go through and we're going to add, this is going to be our live mix. This is live mix 113 that we're putting on now. The base of this tumbler was using interference mica on the black base. Today is about featuring this live mix, so I'm going to put on all of it. Ooh, okay. Tricky. The white we reserve some back, and all the other colors we'll probably reserve some back. But today, we're just going to go in full force on this live mix to really feature it. Okay. So the pretty undertone shimmer is going to be that interference mica. The white is alcohol ink, white alcohol ink mixed with epoxy. We dripped some alcohol ink on it for those brown spots. Once that gets real swirling, those brown spots won't stay spots. Okay, now we're going to add Dimitri. Dimitri is our chunky kind of gold opalescent. This one is, the hope is this one is to be a really pretty gingerbready kind of looking tumbler. It's going to get our new gingerbread decal on it, Gingerbread Baking Co. The tumbler is very off kilter. I'm trying to get this is not my turning table. This is just where I do my craft with you guys, and then we move it to my turning table, which is leveled. This table is not leveled. Every time you level it, it goes unlevel. I don't know if this building just keeps settling a little bit or what. Take that paintbrush out for a second. Now you will notice that you're going to have a buildup of epoxy. That's okay. It's always good to have a mold kind of at the ready to catch any drips. We're not putting at the spot where the drips are going to start coming off. That's going to happen more like when we start warming it up. Because you're really putting probably about 35, 40 grams of epoxy on here for this layer. And then this is Rocket. This is our rose gold, very rosy gold, chunky, fine mix. He's one of our OG boys. He's one of my absolute favorites. He's going to go real well with Live Mix 113. He's also going to go real well with Serendipity. And I. Now remember, I have a little bit more of that white reserved off the side. Oops, touched it. So if I want to do a little bit more of the white smoky drizzle, I can. That last paper was a little bit too big, so I'm going to switch it out. Smaller one. That's a little bit more. That's a little bit better. All right, now this is where we're at. We've got Serendipity as our base, it's the interference mica on a black spray painted tumbler. Then we've got white alcohol ink mixed with epoxy. We have drops of ginger alcohol ink. We have Rocket Dimitri in the Live Mix 113 is the ginger colored one. So we're going to just warm this up very gently. You don't want to warm it up too fast. Because then it'll start running too fast, and you don't want it to run too fast. You want to just loosen it up just enough to get that epoxy kind of moving, and then let it be. And like I said, we want to have a mold ready, because once you start warming it up, it gets more viscous, and it tends to want to drip off the tumbler a little bit easier. There's little areas where I can see that we're fish-eyeing, so I'm just going to correct those as we go. Again, this is to feature the Live Mix 113 is on the website. Ooh, there's our first drip. Oop, caught it. All right, we're starting to get a good swirl. You can see as it comes around this little spot right here, you're getting the alcohol ink is really starting to blend. I think I am going to go in and drizzle a little bit of white over the top. Add a little bit more. I was conservative with the white to start. Ooh, we're doing drips. All right. Now, you can't say, oh, that's perfect, I want to be done, ever, when you're doing a swirl. Because the epoxy doesn't just stop moving. And that's why you don't want to warm it up too much. Because if you warm it up too much, it's just going to blurp into one giant blob, okay? You want to get just a little bit of movement to see that epoxy start releasing and then just stop messing with it. What you can do is tilt your tumbler this way, like up and down as it's curing to kind of push the epoxy one way or the other. All right? All right, so if you've never joined us, this is Live Mix Wednesday. Sorry, I don't want to. I feel like this cup really deserves the attention that it's getting, so I don't want to change the camera angle, but so today is Live Mix Wednesday. Today's Live Mix Wednesday. Today's Live Mix is number 113. It's up on the website at iwantglitter.com. There's also 3 new molds. There's also a ton of new instant transfers, sublimation prints, water slides. We have 3 new rhinestone collections that launched last week and this week. And 3 new rhinestone collections that launched this week, as well as tons of instant transfer decal packs. There's so much available on the website right now. Holiday and non-holiday. We've got the Hanukkah, we've got the Christmas, and then we've got non-holiday stuff that's just fun, seasonal, beautiful instant transfers. If you've never played with an instant transfer before, they're the ones that it's a beautiful image, and you peel it away, you put the image down, you rub it, and then it sticks, and you peel the transfer sheet away, and the image stays. So this is the instant transfer that launched today. It says Gingerbread Baking Company, Fresh Baked Cookies Daily. So, and it is opaque. It has a white background, so it's not translucent or transparent like a water slide. This is a permanent bond decal, so it does not have to be epoxied over. So this tumbler, this one that we're working on, this is going to be the base color coat. Then we're going to put one more coat of epoxy over the top to get a nice smooth surface, and that will be done. And then we'll put this decal on the top, and this tumbler will essentially be finished with just a simple little decal. Okay, but this decal does not have to be epoxied over. It is a permanent bond epoxy decal. Now you can epoxy over them just like you would a water slide or any other vinyl decal. You can. I will be doing that on multiple tumblers, but you don't have to. So if you have a bunch of ready-to-sell tumblers that you're like, I don't know what to put on them, you can just, you're like, I don't feel like they need any more epoxy. They look great. You can put instant transfers on them and they can be finished. I know. So on here, this is the feature, the live mix. So the Ginger Snap color on this is the Live Mix 113. We also used ginger alcohol ink. We used white alcohol ink, and we used Dimitri and Rocket. And Serendipity is our opalescent base. It is a interference mica. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move this tumbler. Here she is. Okay, we're going to move it into our turning room where it is level, so I don't have to stress about it going up and down. That's real nice. Sorry, we get a little fisheye right there. I spray painted this tumbler today, so the fisheyeing is going to happen. It's inevitable. I will double check on it in a minute. Okay. I will go ahead and put this in the turning room. All right, put the ventilation system going in there. All right, now we are going to make, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go. Now this is Live Mix today. Thank you guys. I am feeling much better today, you guys. Thank you. I know yesterday was just a really hard day for me, but I am feeling better today. I did get sleep last night. I sort of told you, I'm like, I hope today is the night where my body it's so bad that I have to give up. And even Ivan was like, oh, you were really grumpy last night. I was like, I know. Also, if you know my husband and you know the stories of him, he came to bed with trail mix and tortilla chips. My husband, I love him to death. But I swear to goodness, he did not do this before we got married. He did this after we got married. Well, he did this starting after we had kids. Because I'm already booby trapped into it anyway, because we had children. My husband is apparently an open mouth chewer. Oh, man. It does not bother me. I have learned there's nothing I can do. He swears to goodness he's not doing it. Because if I'm like, bang, he's like, I am chewing with my mouth closed. And he hates when I say something about it. I'm like, I don't say anything until you are literally chawing on chips with your mouth wide open. But he brings snacks to bed when I am trying to wind down, and it's like the hardest part of my day. We call it the witching hour for me. It is the hardest part of my day. I have to take an anti-seizure pill, and when it's wearing off and I have to take the next one, is a very, very horrible few minutes for me. And he comes in and does that next to me, and I'm like, I'm already on the tipping point. I'm also like last night physically just worked exhausted. And he came in with that, and I said, you need to get out. You cannot. He's like, I am chewing with my mouth closed. I'm like, you are 100% not chewing with your mouth closed. So it doesn't bother me until he does that. Like I can accept it as just part of him. He's never going to change. He's an open mouth chewer. But, oh, not in bed. So yeah, so he was he's like, and then this morning he's like, oh, you were very grumpy last night. I was like, oh yeah, it was a rough one. Deanna, you need to just start crafting with me when I'm live with y'all. All right, so I'm gonna make some epoxy really quick. I'm gonna mix enough to do this little. We're gonna make a gingerbread. We're gonna make a little gingerbread blank. Mainly, I just want you guys to see this glitter inside of epoxy, and then tomorrow we can demold it and you can see it like when it's like demolded. I'm gonna guess he's gonna take about 15 grams. Okay. I got my respirator on Amazon. It's DRAGER. Susan, if you go onto our website, we have a little A icon for Amazon, and you can go right into our Amazon store, and click on body protection and grab it right there. I buy my cartridges directly from the main company because I want to make sure that they're very fresh and they haven't been sitting on someone's shelf for 2 years before they sell them on Amazon. So I buy them directly from the company. But the mask itself, it's actually cheaper to buy it on Amazon than from the company. But I buy the masks directly from the company. I mean, like cartridges. So I want fresh, good ones. Quality. Yeah, so when you work with epoxy, you want to wear a chemical respirator and nitrile gloves no matter what the company says. I don't care who they are, what they know. Don't trust them with your health. Wear a chemical respirator and wear nitrile gloves. Protect yourself. VOC free does not mean it's something that's safe to breathe. It just means it doesn't have certain chemicals in it that are bad for you. It doesn't mean it doesn't have other chemicals that are bad for you. There are people using the words made with natural ingredients, organic. There's all kinds of things that are on people's labels right now. None of that is regulated. They can put on there whatever they want. So just be safe, y'all. These things are. This one is super comfortable. When I am at my height, I can wear this for 8-9 hours a day. It does not bother me. It's like just breathing. It's not hard to breathe. It's no different. It is warm. You've got to get used to it. You definitely get warm in here with it on, but it's your safety. It's your health. Take care of your body. Not chemical respirator. I'm actually allergic to UV resin. That's how I know how good these masks work, because I'm allergic to UV resin. And if I was exposed to UV resin, it normally would put me in the urgent care. Now I know what it is and I know how to deal with it, so I don't necessarily go to urgent care when I get exposure. Well, I haven't had exposure now forever because I'm now so careful. But I'm allergic to UV resin, very, very, very allergic to it, and I can still work with UV resin and wear this mask. But this is today's live mix in epoxy. So let's put the pretty. Yeah, this mask is far superior to most of the things you're going to find on the market. Okay. So this is today's live mix. Next to epoxy. When you really look at it, again, this is 6 completely different shades of glitter mixed together to make one new shade of glitter. A very unique, very visually textural color because it's got the dark, dark, dark and the lights together. It is a metallic. Now, I don't know what you're looking at, Lynn. It's definitely not that online. It's $6.50. You must be looking at something else. I can see the listing, and it's the Live Mix 113 is $6.50. So the goal with today's was to kind of make a ginger snap, but this would be a very pretty honey drip almost. It's a little dark for honey, but it would be a very pretty, elegant honey drip. Hi, Annette. This is Live Mix 113 in epoxy. You missed the tumbler, Annette. Lynn, maybe try, I mean, there's not even an option for me to have that in there, so I don't know what you're looking at. I maybe try refreshing, maybe try clearing your cache and going back in. Because we don't even have that as an option as the price in there for Live Mix 113, so I don't know why it's that. All right. So we're going to fill our gingerbread up. This one is to make a blank. So my idea with this, it's a very simple gingerbread design. He doesn't have any like swirls on him or anything. It's just the shape of a gingerbread. I think that this one would be really cute to make multiples of these and then give them to your kids to decorate with acrylic markers. And then seal it in. And then have your kids put little ribbons on them and stuff, and then give them to their teachers or family members, aunts, uncles, cousins, stuff for family. It's like little homemade gifts that your kiddos make. These were getting very low. They might even be out of stock at this point. Okay, you don't have to fill the mold up all the way either. I mean, I am because I actually made too much epoxy. But you can fill it up halfway to save epoxy. You'll still get the same basic effect. I'm going to take a toothpick. So then going around this area up where the little keychain hole would be, we're going to go up there with a toothpick. And you know what? I'm going to grab my jewelry kit real quick. Oh, I have it all out. I just put it away. I have a jewelry kit. Okay. Now, if you've never seen this, we're going to take some jump rings and we're going to put them around. Okay, we're going to put them around the key ring space. Okay. You want to get the one that's going to be like the closest fit. You just kind of drop over. Oops. Oh, that was a little small, but we got this. There we go. Push that over. Clean off my sticks. And drop a couple over there. This is going to reinforce that little keyhole so that it won't break when you put the ribbon through it, or if it gets yanked, or if you actually do put it on a keychain, it doesn't break easy. Oop, that's too big. Okay, this is just going to enforce that key ring, and just knowing my kids are going to have them do their own ribbons and stuff. They're going to be yanking on it quite a bit, and that's just going to enforce it. It's kind of like when they make houses, like cement slabs and stuff, and they put the rebar in the cement to like add extra like strength to the rebar, to the cement. That's kind of what that is. We're putting like little rebars in there. Also, just FYI, the little keyhole is a heart. It's very cute. There are not only 9 of the gingerbread instant transfers left, y'all. There's only 27 of the 4 set of the vintage pinup girls. There's about 90 of today's live mix left. This is about where we're at usually at this time in the live. Okay. So this is the basic gingerbread. Then I've got extra. So let's go ahead and we'll make the bauble. So let's actually add a little bit of Dimitri and a little bit of Rocket. Today's live mix, I made it fine on purpose. 1, y'all like the fines, but 2, I want to keep it very simple for our gingerbread. Okay, and then we're going to pour the rest of this into this Christmas tree bauble. It's going to be mostly live mix and then a little bit of that Dimitri and a little bit of that Rocket. Like I said, this particular ornament I think would be very cute if you have like a little mini Christmas tree. Like I said, if you have a family member in an assisted living type situation or a care facility, or they just live on their own in a tiny little apartment, they don't get a full-size tree, they just get a little tabletop tree. This would be a really cute tabletop decoration. This one will end up matching our tumbler very well because it's got a little hint of each glitter. Okay, all I got to do is kind of make sure it's touching and the tension is broken. It will self-level itself in the mold. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to enforce. Oops. Toothpick first. We're going to toothpick around here. Again, this is live mix number 113. You can find it at iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals on iwantglitter.com. You're going to see a ton of new stuff there. We've got like 10 pages of new products that just launched in the last 2 weeks. Okay, and then we're going to reinforce this one as well. Okay. Cover up those little rings so you can't see them. No worse for the wiser. No one will even know they're there. Now, when you see these, this is the back of the mold. They will be so much prettier tomorrow when we take it out and it's against that glossy finish and it's cured. Oh, yeah, gift tags. These would be very cute gift tags. Especially if you're a big gingerbread person. I know there's a whole world out there that decorates their whole house in just gingerbreads. And yes, you can make little gingerbread ornament gift tags. And so there'd be like a little gift tag that says to, you know, blah, 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 or Merry Christmas, Jane 2023. So yeah, these are cute little gift tags as well. The ornament, we only have 18 left of that little ornament left. There's only 13 of the small gingerbreads left. And there's only 17 of the large picture, the large ornament frame. This is to put like a family photo in the middle for the little gingerbread guy. All right, so today's theme is gingerbread. We have a cute little, we mixed a very pretty gingerbread colored glitter. Live mix number 113 up on the website at iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. You're going to find all these molds. You're going to find all the instant transfers, water slides, sublimation prints. Go back through this. Everything in today's deals has gone on sale or into today's deals in the last, like since last Monday. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there that's new and fresh onto the company. Grab all the goodies, things that you need. Now, if you missed the beginning of this live, we did a really cool tumbler swirl. And then we also glittered this guy. The horns on this guy are with today's live mix as well. He's eventually going to get a rhinestone geode on him. We will seal this glitter in with just clear glossy spray paint. You can also use polyacrylic. Does not need to be epoxied in. We're not going to be eating off of him or anything. He's just going to be a little decoration. Okay, but his horns are done with today's live mix. All right, so we did some molds. We did a little craft project. We've got our tumbler going. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Emily will be live with you guys. I will probably come live at some point in the afternoon. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. It's weird. We did so much today, and I feel like I still got. I feel like I got like 95 more things to do, but we got through all the projects today. Oh, you know what? Hold the phone. Okay. Well, we'll do it tomorrow. All right, you guys, have fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, you guys.